Off you go, Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no music, so Christina has decided to sing. She was joking. Do I have to sing you?
No jokes when you're on live balcony banter.
There we are, live on Balcony Banter. Hello, ladles and jelly spoons. How the devil are you? So a lot of people have already, what's the word? Commented. That's me there. Peter Blake, Frankie, Roger Channing, Craig, Joy, Bob, Joanna. Joanna was first today, actually. Already in time. Reminder set. Cheer me up. Oh, cool, dude. So let's see who's going on. We got people coming in. Ian, 3 thumbs down, and it hasn't even started yet. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about music.
That. Turn those thumbs up. No, hang on. It doesn't work that way.
No. Stick your thumbs up.
Put your bloody thumbs up, would you?
Fasten your seatbelts, folks. Here we go. Jan Bennett says, hi from Facebook. We are actually streaming to Facebook as well. Hi, Facebook. Today, yeah.
Hi, Mark. Hello, Mr. Zuckerberg.
Good evening, Tony Such. Hi, Tony. From Facebook. Jem, Derek, McCusker, good evening, everyone. Heidi Stewart, Michelle Hedges. I'm not going to touch everybody. Well, I know that I shouldn't really say that. But, you know. We got 137 people watching. We got 1 thumb up at the moment, according to me, but I'm sure we've got thumbs down as well. Right. So I want to introduce who we have. We have the usual suspects, which is, if it comes online.
Dun, 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 dun,
Has it gone off?
This has gone off.
It's gone off, and you didn't say anything.
I thought you saw us.
Too busy drinking wine.
I thought you saw us.
Oh, that's right. Blame the wine. Typical.
Oh.
Well, that's my faulty towers moment for today.
Well, you hope.
I hope.
We're here.
Well,
the usual suspects are here.
The wine's going to go in a minute. This is Christina on the left and Juliani Nendel on the right.
Hello.
From Juliani Nendel's holistic mentoring and everything else that she does. YouTubing, podcasting,
Dog walking.
Podcasting.
You do like a thing on Facebook though, don't you, every week? The 30-minute mastermind, stuff like that.
Hiking.
So please nip over to Giuliani's channel and give it and subscribe. We got people to subscribe to Tom Herdman. Tom, if you're watching, you put a lot of content out, so you do deserve it. But I think Giuliani needs it just as well. So go over to Giuliani's place. We need to get her to 1,000. Okay. How many are you at the moment?
That's a goal. Nearly.
She doesn't look.
Nearly 300 or something.
Nearly 300.
You don't look a day over 25.
But I don't really think that counts so much, you know.
Not you, no.
I still do it for giving value and fun.
She does it for giving value and fun. So go and give her some
quality,
love.
not quantity.
Yeah.
In fact, go and watch her stuff and give her a thumbs up, because I read today that thumbs up you can give on every single video. Subscribing you can only do once. And lover or hater, she's back again.
How dare you? Who hates me?
Who hates you?
Who hates me?
We've only got an hour.
Okay, go on. I'm going to leave. I'm feeling very sensitive.
You're not very sensitive at all. In fact, I think...
You don't know me very well.
You're right. I don't know you very well. So let's interview...
No, that's up to me.
Okay.
I'm going to do that one day. That's already on my bucket list.
It's Cleo
Hi,
O'Flynn. Cleo works. He's back at work now.
I'm back at
after a short hiatus.
4 months was very long, but yeah.
4 months, wasn't it?
Felt very long.
Yeah.
Very long.
And I don't know what your official title is, but you work in the communications
I'm
division,
communications
right?
officer, yeah.
Communications officer for the Adehi Council.
So, well, one of the things that I am busy doing again is now translating and uploading press releases, comments, news about events on the Adehi Town Hall Facebook page, which is the official Adehi English language Facebook page.
Okay,
it's not
so
like it's the official government Facebook page in English that I.
And you are the official government in English.
I am
the voice.
Yes, that's
in
me.
Adehi. So
I was the one on the bloody vans that were going around. You can't say. You You can.
Oh,
The darn. I was on the darn Banter and I'm telling everyone to stay at home. I earned myself the hate reputation even then because I told everyone to go home from the beaches a year ago.
I know. Darren John, hi. Thanks for
Lots of
sending me
thumbs up.
that email. I've got it in there. I had some, just a personal note, I had some great response from the vlog I did last night after a couple of beers at the German bar. And I decided to tell everybody I'm going to do a voiceover for them. And the response was fantastic. And the thing was like, would you like a free voiceover? And the inbox went. So no, but no, it is manageable. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's just that I got the first people that were in actually was Ray and Pat. Hi, Ray and Pat. I know you're watching. Then Darren came in, and then Angry Velo came in and asked for something there. And Tom Herdman said, yes, he wants one, but he hasn't sent me a script yet. So all the other people were just thinking, what's it about? And, oh, it's a great idea and all that. So that's not too bad. It's not too bad. But I really appreciate that. Okay, this is Balcony Banter. If you're here for the first time, we do 3 lives a week, and Wednesday is Balcony Banter with all these people. Usually it's just me on me Todd, or me and Chris doing something. But Balcony Banter is a chance for me to relax because I'm just kicking the thing off, and then these girls just go at it, hammer and nail. My music, which I usually play right at the beginning, is loading at the moment. It's charging at the moment, so we should have Van Mosella play at the end, so that's good. So wait till the end, and we have a little sing song at the end.
Very soon, Tim, when it isn't getting so dark, we should just Van Mosella play at the end of Balcony Banter.
I was actually thinking that. In fact, I was going to move tonight's Balcony Banter down to the pool.
Okay.
That was the idea, but then I thought, oh, the logistics of getting everything down there. I mean, I can't even get it out of the spare room onto the table in time.
It's shady down there.
It's shady down there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is shady down there.
The little room.
And I've tried it down at the beach, and unfortunately, the mobile connection there isn't great. So,
probably because it's shaded by the mountain.
Yeah, shaded by the mountain, and also it's right in the bottom of the cove there, so we don't really have enough upload speed to go from the beach, unfortunately. But we can do it from the top, if you know where the rocks are at the cliff.
As long as we don't fall in.
As long as we don't fall in, exactly.
It's a great spot. Actually.
So I'd like to thank Neil Davidson. I don't know whether Neil's online at the moment.
I saw him online.
You saw him?
Yeah.
Okay, Neil. Thank you very, very much. It is Neil went up. Before I say anything to Neil, Andrew Horseman, hi Tim, Christina, Julian, and Cleo. Enjoy the blog with the MacMaster yesterday. I was on MacMasters yesterday, giving a load of information out. So go ahead and look back at that if you're interested.
I will check that out.
And thank you very much for the donation. There's the camera. Thank you very much for the donation, Andrew. It's much appreciated. There's people like you that a little bit every time is great because it trickles in, and therefore we can do more, and it doesn't hurt the bank. We don't want people coming in and giving us 100 whatevers. Although
I just really
but really? No, it's fantastic the way you do that, and I really do. I think you think it's like going to the cinema. You just pay your $5 and you come in and enjoy it for an hour. So thank you so much for that.
I hope they don't want to murder me.
Thank you.
How much is the cinema these days? I think we get €3, don't we?
On a Wednesday, it's €3.
On a Wednesday, it's €3.
But if you want it in English, it's probably $3.50.
Oh no, I think the English one's Wednesday, isn't it?
No, Wednesday is Dia del Espectador, so it's half price basically for everybody. Okay. But normally the original language version are €1 more, so they're probably just 50 cents more on a Wednesday. Okay. But we need subtitles, so somebody will have to provide the subtitles next week.
No, we can watch Spanish movies.
Okay.
We can all watch Spanish movies.
All right. Or we could speak in Spanish, and then we could do one of those novellas next Wednesday.
A Spanish novella.
Oh, drama.
Ay, mi madre, drama. ¿Qué estás diciendo?
Right,
Pobrecito.
so now I'm definitely going back to Neil Davidson. These girls, I can actually turn them off. I've turned them off now. You can't hear a word they're saying. That is great. You can see them laughing their heads off. But, that's the power I have in my hands that you gave me. Anyway, Neil, Neil, thank you very much for the subject. Motivation. These people don't need any motivation. They're well motivated.
Yep.
I think we're on the third bottle of wine. But
This says.
we're not. So we're going to talk about motivation today, and we're going to attack it from our own personal viewpoints. So I haven't really thought of how I'm going to attack it. So I'm going to go last.
Oh.
Christina, she's had all day to think about it.
She has no idea.
She has no
Well,
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna. Julie's actually going to ask questions, right?
I was gonna ask Chris
Okay.
because
Yeah.
that's interesting.
And then Julie will come back later and give her spin on it.
Yeah.
And we all know Cleo, right? We all know Cleo.
Oh, you definitely have something to say.
She will have something to say on this subject, I am sure. So I hate people who say without further ado, but I'm going to say without further ado. We're going to jump into that. I'm going to turn my camera off for a second because I've got to go and sort some technical stuff out while these girls kick it off. So if you are writing a comment on the comment side, I will read them. But, oh, hang on. Things like this. Tim, can you give a heads up to my wife? Kath today. She needs some cheering up. We had some bad news. Oh.
Oh.
Sorry
Kath.
about that, Kath.
Wife Kath, sorry about the bad news, but no, I can't. I don't know what the bad news is, so I don't want to say put it behind you or anything.
No.
Like that. All I can say is take it in your stride, and you can't do anything else other than take it in your stride. So take it in your stride, and we hope that it doesn't affect.
Yeah, and I think these days
Yeah.
everyone thinks, oh, doesn't everyone have bad news? But it's devastating for whatever bad news, it's still as bad as it's ever going to be, whether it is the same bad news other people are sharing or not. You know, I don't think being in the middle of a pandemic makes your bad news any less strong for you, if that makes any sense. So,
Okay.
Kath, sympathies.
Ian Miller's online. Ian is my my helper there, that he goes and sorts stuff out. I mean, if I could make him a okay. The only thing I can do is block him. I can't. I try to make people moderators, but it doesn't work on this system. Anyway, so I'm going to turn my camera off. These two are going to go at it hammer and nail. What I was going to say was, if you are commenting hello or hi, then we'll just say hi right now. If you want to ask a question, wait for a few minutes until we're back, and then I can read them. And if we miss it, write it again.
Yeah.
You know, not like 20 times, but write it again. So let me just make sure I've not missed anything there. No. Oh, some big ones here. I was just saying hi. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand it up to the girls. My camera's going off. You can still hear me though. I'm going to take Andrew saying hi, Tim, Christina, Juliani, and Cleo. Hope you're all okay. Yes, we are. And Raymond as the last one I'm going to touch. We've said that before. We love her sensible voice on the balcony. That's you, Cleo.
Oh, I was just going to say it could be any one of us.
Could be anything. Oh, that's definitely you. You're the sensible voice. So you guys are all live now. I'm going to mute myself and sort out this technical thing, which is to do with food and electricity. And I should be
Pay
right
the
back.
bill, put on the dinner.
So, ladies, motivation.
It's a really great topic. Thank you, Neil. And when I arrived, I was asking, Christine how she motivates herself, because obviously your day to day is quite the same as every day, and you have a funny phrase to phrase it. Actually, I don't want to say it. You can say it.
SSDD.
The SSDD.
Yeah, what is that? Say it out again.
Same shit. Different day.
Same shit every day. Different day. Different day. Okay. So, but like for instance, when you are getting up in the morning, how do you know that you are that you're having a good day, or how do you distinguish it's a good day or it's going to be a bad day?
I can feel straight away
Yeah.
how my legs are reacting.
Yeah.
and whether it's good or bad. But then, thanks to you, I came to meditate
Okay.
in the morning now.
Okay, so
And
that
that's-
helps you in moments where you are a little bit like down,
Yeah,
not focusing so much on that pain body.
yeah. My left leg was acting out this morning, always go up.
Yeah.
And after my meditation, it was just lying there.
Okay. And it puts you then in a different
Yeah,
mood
and
and state.
shows me not to take myself so seriously.
Uh-huh.
Takes me back to old happenings,
Yeah.
old friends.
And then you can carry on your day
Yeah.
normally with Tim and all
In a
his.
good mood there. Nothing affect me.
Nothing affects you, so you can keep it really constant. That's good. Huh?
That's amazing.
Wow,
That's
I
amazing.
mean, I do admire that. Doesn't really happen to me. I mean, I do the meditation part, and I try to keep it, constant.
In even keel.
Yeah, and it does help a lot, and
Yeah.
it really makes a difference how you start the day. But of course there are always things that are challenging,
Yeah,
and
Christina's very calm, but I'm running around like a blue-ass fly.
so that's her challenge.
That's it.
You are her
Yeah.
biggest challenge.
Which I can well imagine.
And with meditation, I can handle it.
Good.
Nice.
That's great.
Medication.
Meditation.
Or both, even, Chris.
Yeah, I can handle it with medication as well.
Yeah, exactly. But you have been very good today already, because I've seen Tim this morning doing his workout. So he was already in with his hat on,
Ah.
walking around on the street, and I was like, "This is Timmy, baby!"
Uh-huh.
I couldn't believe it.
Going to be the slimmed down version
So-
soon.
Slim Tim.
Yeah.
Slim Tim. Very good. We're getting there.
Yeah. So,
Actually, my motivation, and that's one of the things. My motivation is to get fit by Christmas. So I want to get into my leather pants, and I know lots of others do, but it's
A couple would fit in.
a
Sorry.
couple, yeah. So I want to get into my leather pants, and my motivation there is not dying, because I'm coming up to pensionable age, and a lot of people go, "What? He's not been in the pension for 10 years." So I'm coming up to pensionable age now, and I've paid a lot in my life in many countries, and I want it back. So that is my motivation.
Fair enough.
No,
I know that feeling.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I've been thinking along those lines too, actually,
yeah,
recently.
I don't want to die. So, and they do say it's about the belly stuff is the bad for the guy and stuff, blah blah blah. So I just got to. I'm eating half of what I should, of what I have been
Of
doing.
what
Sorry,
you were, yeah.
of what I was doing. So it's called Frest die Hälfte in German. So eat half of the food. So you can either have half a plate of food, or just make it half a portion, or make one portion and split it between two of you, which is what we're doing. Although before that I was eating double portions, so I'm probably back to one portion. But my motivation is not dying. I know that's a lot of motivation, but when you get to my age, and a lot of you have surpassed my age, I know that. But when you get to my age, you sort of look and you think, okay, it's about time I started looking after myself, because when I was young, free and jingle, all I wanted to do was to slide into the grave, burnt and used.
Is that like a Super Trap song?
It is.
When I was young.
But yeah, so my motivation is not dying, but the motivation to actually do it is Chris.
Mhm.
So I basically give her the power to bollock me, and we're demonetized anyway now, so it doesn't really matter.
Exactly. That's why I made
Oh, that's my
made her
fault.
say her
He's pointing at me.
catchphrase.
I just said a mild little word. I'm Irish. We
That's
swear.
YouTube doesn't
Effing.
care,
Please, can we have a watershed?
There's the water. I don't know where the shed is. Oh, that the shed is actually on my latest thumbnail for my podcast, which I'm going to plug right now. The podcast is called Aftercast Tenerife Afternoons, and I do it on my own at the moment because I've got nobody to interview. But basically, it's like 15 minutes long. It gives you the weather like it was yesterday. It gives you the exact COVID details like you've all been, like we've been giving on this channel. You can get it right there. It's a day in arrears because I do it lunchtime and they don't come out till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, in fact, before we can see them. And then I read out a couple of news articles from Jenna Anscombe's website.
There you go.
And so that's very interesting. And I plug it and tell people to go there. And then I found the Noticias website with the gobiernodecanarias.org. That's a great resource, and I've read a couple of articles out there. I don't read them all. I just read like.
And now you've a Zeche town hall as well.
And now I've got a Techie Town Hall. And in fact, I used one of them on yesterday's vlog.
Excellent.
I didn't use any on today's vlog because it went on a bit long, and I didn't want to go over the 15 minutes. But I've still got these. Okay. So Cleo actually invited me to the Adeje press a distribution list, so I get some information there. In fact, there was an interesting one you said you just sent me at 5.
Yes.
And maybe after we finish with motivation, you can tell us about that
very quickly.
Okay.
While you're on that, quite interestingly, maybe the Spanish government website as well, Moncloa, also produces most of its press releases in English. Now, quite often it's maybe 12 hours after they've come out in Spanish.
Oh, I can read the Spanish ones.
Okay, but whoever's doing them is either a native speaker or an excellent bilingual speaker and writer. But the press releases are very good, and they're available in Spanish as well, in English as well.
In fact, on Safari on the iPad, I can actually go now and just translate the web page through Safari. So brilliant. I know Google's been doing it for years, but Safari now allows me to do it.
Okay.
So what I typically do is I go to the Noticias website in Gobierno de Canarias, gobiernodecanarias.org/noticias, and then I can change it to English, and it translates it. And if something's daft, then I'll go to the
blame the government.
Well, yeah. In fact, if you go to today's podcast, you'll see one where I didn't catch it, and it says children under the age of 55. And basically, it was saying about the AstraZeneca vaccine is not available for children under 55. And the original Spanish was menores de 55 años.
So under 55.
So under 55s, but it translated menores, which is the opposite of seniores, to children under the age.
What's lovely as well is when they start with place names. So they'll talk about the iron, which would be El Hierro. Or Cayo Salvaje, I suppose, would be Wild Stone.
Yeah, or Sweet. Wild Cove, I think I've also seen that.
Callao is a pebble.
Callao is a lot of things I've noticed. But I was thinking Savage Pebbles.
Savage Pebbles. Los Abrigos, the jackets.
Sweet water, agua dulce.
Agua dulce, sweet water. Yeah.
Agua Viva.
Yeah, which is a brewery in Atlanta, actually.
My favourite one is the Schlacht. What's Schlacht in English?
Gorge.
No, Schlacht.
A battle.
Was it a battle?
Schlacht. Yeah.
The Schlacht, which is Mantazana, is it?
Matanza.
Matanza.
So La Matanza would be the killing field, probably.
Exactly.
The killing fields, the Schlacht.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
There you go.
Oh, we go. Ian Miller. Motivation is associated with satisfaction.
Yes.
Wow. I.e., if you are doing something you like, surely it's easier to motivate yourself.
Yeah. Ian, you've been paying very well attention, watching the videos we did in 30-Minute Mastermind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we were talking about dissatisfaction being a good thing. And sometimes we feel so dissatisfied with something and so unhappy and so unmotivated. But that's exactly maybe the moment where to draw out from your own self-motivation.
Yeah.
And why should you actually do something about it? Because I mean, we're not all in the position to have some person maybe motivating you.
I was going to say,
kicking your bum to do something. And sometimes the people living alone, they don't have anybody. And then they ask maybe the question, why am I, I can just might as well just
What's the
vegetate around because I don't have to care about anybody
Or
anyway.
please anybody or be there for anybody.
Exactly.
That
So-
sounds like a dream. That sounds like heaven.
No, it isn't.
Seriously,
just
it's not
vegetate.
actually.
No,
I mean,
I think you
I
do
think
that.
it's because I don't have that.
Like no, exactly, but like for instance, when last year lockdown period started, it was like you said, okay, you think it's a dream, but after 3 days, this dream is already getting so annoying and so boring
Uh-huh.
that you need some self motivation
A lot.
to actually do something about a day to day rhythm that was very much the same. That's why I was so curious about what Christine had to say, because her day to day is more similar every day than other
For
people,
years
other
already.
people's.
Yeah, but it bugs me. I mean, it really does bug me the day to day here, because I was never a routine guy. I was always the guy that went into work and somebody had a problem and I solved it. So even though I was problem solving every day, it was a different problem. So and in fact, my superiors used to hate it when I was when I'd just start something and then go and start something else. They say, "You never finish anything, Tim." I said, "We have people that are good at finishing stuff, you know."
You're an initiator.
I'm an initiator.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And no manager. I mean, there was leaders and there was us, and there was managers in the middle that basically just middle managers should be drowned at birth, you know. You know, because all they see is figures, and
So they're scared of the guys on top and
Yeah,
trying to control the guys below
exactly.
them.
And not only that, but their motivation is how many people that are under them.
Yeah.
And so every department, I was in a big company, and every department had to build up all the same skills. So every department wanted a communication guy. Every department wanted this guy, that guy, a finance guy, you know. And I said, why don't we just like leave the communication to the communications department, leave the finances to the finance department. If you need something done in PowerPoint, send it to the PowerPoint junkies, and they'll do it, you know. And no, we need it. And the middle managers are the death of big corporations. And so if you're a middle manager in a corporation
And you're listening.
and you're listening, jump out of your skin. I'm going to motivate you now. What you're going to do is you're going to go to your biggest boss. So not your boss, not his boss, but his boss.
Or her.
Or her, sorry. Their boss or its boss. It's a non-binary boss. And in
Basically,
fact,
the head of the company.
Basically go to the head of the company or somebody who's got the head of the company's ear and just say to them, let's go back to the typing pool principle. The typing pool principle. Corporations used to have pools of people that did stuff. The electricians would get all the electricians' jobs, yeah? The painters, the printers would do all the printing. The typing pool would do all the typing. Now, I don't mean go back to the 60s. What I'm saying is get your corporation to specialize and take those people and motivate them to do what they like, because there are people in the world, and I'm not kidding you, there are people in the world that love doing Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah. And I was forced to do them and I hate them. I just say, give it to the Excel guy, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
you're right.
very interesting. Yeah?
Yeah, let's motivate our corporations to become more human, to get the creatives giving work or giving input to the people who like order. And
as long as you don't then grade people in terms of hierarchies. So you say, right, you guys who are doing the Excel spreadsheets are very good at it, but obviously you're not as creative as the ad guys, so we're not going to pay you as much. Because if you're going to ask people to stick within a group, you're going to have to motivate them to produce the best they can from that group.
And maybe also the spreadsheet guy is gonna want more out of his life and wants to become more. So then maybe the spreadsheet guy is
So there needs to be
getting
a
more
movement,
ambition,
a mobility policy within
and
the
also
company.
letting him be.
so what is the
I know.
motivation then to get out of because getting out of being a spreadsheet guy,
But if you love it, you don't want to
if
get out
you
of it.
love it, you don't want to.
But you want to be properly rewarded and acknowledged for doing
That's
a very good job.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the thing is, corporations and
Have hierarchies.
have hierarchies, right?
Mhm.
Exactly.
So, okay.
No, but
But
then
then it's-
I don't. You don't give up on it. I think once you
I'm
do it-
motivating other people to do it.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
then
gonna do
it's-
it.
There's somebody
It's
who's
also-
actually going to be really good at how this is going to work.
But then it's also up to them. I mean, if you love the spreadsheet job for a long time, do it with a lot of passion, put your very best out, do it the very best way. But when it's time for you and you feel that you don't want to be a spreadsheet guy anymore, well, then be honest, talk to your bosses and then say, okay, it's time for me to go. You know, but what I feel is happening a lot is that people endure for too long in a job they don't want to do, and then the nasty attitude comes in, and then this is what really makes it all a little bit uncomfortable for
Like
everybody.
moderating balcony banter.
What I wanted to ask, Julia, I mean, what we're saying in some ways, to go back to motivation, is that there's quite a big difference between being motivated by exterior goals, like job satisfaction, helping your wife or husband, helping your kid get into college, money, and self-motivation.
Self-motivation.
They're actually very different things. They might actually converge now and then.
Yeah.
You know, your goals might be similar, but there are times when you have to realize that they're not the same.
No.
And you need the self-motivation.
But that's always a key issue, being the self-motivator. We cannot in any situation like expect every solution being served from the outside. The solution comes from within. Exactly. And that's about like the living to live, what you were mentioning early on. It's the living to live and not living to die barometer.
Yeah.
You know?
Like when we were talking to Daniel a few weeks ago as well.
Exactly.
Motivating himself out of a very dark situation to move ahead.
And you cannot, the light is not coming to you. The darkness has to come to the light.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's because it's easy to think
the light
the
is
same
coming
thing.
to the darkness, but then it's maybe not right.
And for the people who are living alone, what we were saying before, that's maybe where they need help sometimes.
Help, yes.
I mean, I was that person
but then it's
too.
like it's more proactive, asking for help.
Yeah,
you know,
that's important.
There are a lot of people alone, and that's I can see it's a challenge for many. But at the same time, they need to maybe self-motivate to get to ask themselves, which is for some people a huge step.
Yeah.
Because asking for help, and we did a balcony banter on that one, a whole discussion, is challenging for a lot of people, because it's something to overcome in the first place. But once it's done, you see that you're still living, you're still alive.
Doesn't make you a lesser person.
No, exactly. And you, on the contrary, you're gaining much more on maybe friendships, knowledge, or whatever.
Or just self-worth.
Yeah. I'm touching a couple of comments here because I want to bring the people in here. Dave M says motivation can be self-perpetuating. So if you can get yourself motivated to do something once you achieve it, you'll feel more motivated to do it again. Yeah. Dunn Trucking says what's keeping me motivated is seeing all your smiling faces in the sunshine. That and the thought of an ice cold pint of Dorada. Can't wait. Bob Barrows, motivation, Tim, competition time. I'm as heavy as you, same build. Let's have a competition. Winner lives longer than the loser. Okay, you start first.
So how long more do we have to do balcony banter then? For many more years, decades.
Slimmer Life says our motivation is the reason for acting or behaving in a particular way. It is what makes us feel better than behaving the opposite way. We are motivated to slouch on the couch, etc. I think you're talking to me, aren't you, Slimmer Life? I see you talking to me there. Thank you for everybody that's mentioned some sort of slimming aid or slimming program. I have looked at a lot of these. I'm not following one. I'm writing my own. I'm motivating myself to write my own. So if I'm successful at the end of my what's it called? Lederhosen challenge. If I'm successful, then I shall write a book on how I did it. Right?
Are you keeping notes?
And if I'm unsuccessful, I'll do it again next year.
Right. All right. The book.
But-
No, I'm motivated to do it every year. The challenge. Yeah. There you go. I did see a couple of people who have donated. Let me just grab. Oh, this one I wanted to do as well. Stuart Guest. I was doing my utopian what corporations should do.
Oh, yeah.
Stuart Guest brings me down to earth.
Because he is.
Oh,
As a
is
think,
that
thinker out
brilliant.
and touched him, I'm a middle management, and all the nice to have departments have now gone, and you now have more to do for the same wage. Be thankful you have a job.
Well,
Yeah?
that's true.
Well, I'm thankful I don't have a job, so I am so thankful that I don't have a job anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm glad I'm back at mine. That's for sure.
well, I mean, I don't want to say Christina's my job, but that's what I do all day.
Have a nice job, I think.
You are a nice job.
Are you a kind employer, Chris?
Yeah, very.
very
You
patient.
give him Christmas bonuses.
Do I get Christmas bonuses?
So, so
I am out of touch, but I want to
the
get back in touch.
company's not doing so well.
There is actually a German saying. There is actually a German saying, and I don't know whether I can translate it or not, but it's saying "Mensch ist der Mittelpunkt,"
Yeah.
right? Which means the
Human.
personals or humans
Are in the middle.
are the
center.
focus, the center of focus. And when you're in a corporation, it's that the communication department or the feel-good department, if they still have one, will say that we think our people are the main thing in our company, right? So Mensch is the Mittelpunkt. The thing is, you can put a comma in there and split that word Mittelpunkt to Mensch is the Mittelpunkt,
Punkt.
which actually means we use people, period.
I'm just going to. Has anybody here seen this fantastic series, Succession?
There is a fantastic series apparently called Succession,
Which
and I'm
is
assuming it's
based
on the
on the-
TV.
Well, yeah, but I think we're waiting for series 3. I think, but it's kind of
Succession.
semi-based, maybe on the Rupert Murdoch family or the Maxwell's Murdochs.
Maxwell's
And it's
Murdoch.
based in New York, and it is brilliant, and it will show you exactly how little people care at the top about the people at the bottom or in the middle.
So if you've got time to laze around and watch TV and eat chocolates all day, then maybe Cleo can.
Yeah, because I'm the one eating chocolates.
Darren John, thank you for the donation. Please accept these donations towards the voiceover, because Darren was one of the guys who's asked me to do a voiceover. And the email did make sense. The email did make sense because I have Epidemic. I don't need the music, and I can actually record the voiceover without the music, and then you can put it in the music where you want using a DAW. And there is a free DAW, so digital audio workstation, called Reaper that is very easy to use, or you can use something else. But Reaper is very easy to use, and there's a guy called Kenny Joya, and he puts out YouTube videos of doing stuff with Reaper that you will not believe. So if you're interested with about learning to do audio stuff, DAW Reaper, it's free forever. But if you pay him $30, I think you get a business license forever. Anyway, so that's enough of that. But Darren, thank you very much. I will be doing all these voiceovers in the next few days, and I'll send it all back to you. I'm going to use my Google Drive to upload them, and then you can download them. But let me know, Darren, if you want it with the music or without the music, and you can put the music in or both. Doesn't really matter to me. I can export whatever you want there. Anyway, that was another advert for me.
There's a great word in English, Julianne, withering. I don't even know if it's just an idea. To wither on. I don't know if that's just an Irish phrase. It just means he's just going on. He's just
going.
withering on.
Yeah.
I know. There's nothing worse than somebody talking about themselves when you want to talk about yourself.
Like I would let you stop me.
Tina Brown says, exactly. I just wish I knew what she was talking about
Yeah.
when she wrote that. But working.
Well, but that was good timing.
It was
then.
good timing. Exactly. But
You're
working
withering
for
on.
so many
You're just
disappointing
withering on.
companies. No. I do understand now what she said. Tina, I do understand now what you're talking about. Sometimes people write stuff and it's like very pertinent when we're saying something, but it's like 10 minutes ago. Working for so many disappointing companies, you become jaded. So there's 3 options. Go and get another job, which is hard these days because you're working for a slave. You're slave to your job, right? A lot of people, if they finish their job, that their whole existence would be you know, would be in danger, right? That's why I think that universal basic income would be a good thing.
Well,
I know a lot of people are sort of poo-pooing that, but universal basic income would eventually free people up to sort of say, hey, I'm going to look for a better job. And in that time when you're looking for a better job, you still have a reasonable income to make sure you don't fall under the radar. The only thing is that the implementations of it that I've seen lately basically are means tested or it, you know, it's not enough really. But in this 21st century, I think there's something new should be done. In fact, if you're in the UK, I know a lot of people hate Jeremy Corbyn, but he's leading a justice and I can't even remember it now. Justice and well, it's to do with people and it's to do with getting the 21st century, getting the love back into politics. And he's not the only one.
Just go to Glastonbury. Oh no, hang on.
Yeah, that's right. Don't go to Glastonbury. Anyway, so that'd be interesting. Okay, Roger Channing, thank you very, very much for the donation there. I realise that I'm hogging the thing here, but I got to get through these. Hi. Christian Soden says, my granddad in Lanzarote was learning Spanish and asked the fishmonger if the shrimp were married. I think he wanted to ask if they were fresh. So married is casada, and fresh would be fresco. No,
Cansado.
Cansado.
Tired.
Yeah.
Probably asked if they were tired.
Okay.
Possibly. Oh,
Because that's what gets
Cansado,
mixed up all the time.
Bob Barrows, eat less, jiggle more, losing weight simple.
There is a lovely thing we could do at some stage. I was talking to my daughter about this. They're called the false friends in Spanish. So a list of words that sound very similar to English words. I mean, the first time somebody told me they were going home to double their clothes. So they lived here for so long, they were speaking Spanish. I said, no, I need to double my clothes. And I'm thinking, well, that's handy.
Well, that's handy.
They meant fold.
So fold in Spanish is?
Doblar.
Doblar.
Exactly. And if somebody says they're embarazada, they're not embarrassed.
No.
Well, they might be, but they're also pregnant.
I was very embarazada.
Let's do that one. Huh?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Or constipación is another one.
Yeah.
Because in Spanish it means a blocked nose.
You've been embarazada.
You are embarazada, and everyone else is very embarrassed. No.
Well,
You know, just for a sec, talking about companies and everything. Vergüenza. When I was growing up, and we're talking about age and being near pensionable age, when I was a wee lass in Dublin, the big thing was, and it was the phrase of the day, that you looked for a permanent pensionable job. That was the goal.
PPP.
Yeah. And it was either the civil service, the bank, or a teacher, generally.
Just bang the table a bit more there.
Yeah.
well, glad it's not me today.
So the job wasn't about motivation. That was your base.
Oh, right.
I mean, and in one way, you could kind of almost turn it on your head if we're talking about a universal wage as well. Because if you have the permanent pensionable job, then, you know, you've got that from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and you use the rest of your life to actually motivate yourself to do other things because you've the wage going in every week into the bank.
Would you? Would you really?
No, it's changed utterly now.
Yeah.
And I mean, my dad, who's in his 80s, I think still wonders why I left the permanent pensionable job in RTE, which is the national broadcaster in Ireland, and I'd still be there for life on a good wage. Yeah. But I needed something different.
Yeah.
But it would have been very easy just to stay there, and you get less and less good at your job, but you don't give it up, because the older you get, the more scared you are about branching out, and you know you've got a wage going into the bank every week. So, you know, it's detrimental these days, and nobody thinks about it.
It's detrimental, as they say.
Absolutely.
And Neil Davidson, who has actually sparked this conversation off, is online and says, I keep motivated by knowing we hopefully will be over in the summer to see all you amigos.
Oh, that's very good.
Who has kept us going through the last year. So.
I think this is always a good motivation to set a goal. Or if you don't want to call it goal, because I know some people are like don't really like that term so much.
Especially South Americans. Goal.
Then I like to use the word project. So when you set a project for yourself or something to do in the future, then it's something to work towards.
And what about the financial overrun of the project?
Well, you just the first layout, you don't have crystal clear in your hand. You have it in your head anyway.
Yeah, but don't forget, project managers thinks if they have 9 women, they can have a baby in 1 month.
Oh, Oh, okay.
So you got to be careful.
Okay,
Mary Ann Deary
Very
says,
strange.
"Hi Tim and Christina. What's the best way to send a donation? We'd like to send you something to take you both for a nice meal.
Oh.
Harry and Mary Ann Glasgow. We've tried but to no avail." Mary Ann Deary, the best way to do it is to get over here and knock on the door. That is the very best way to take it for a meal. So thank you very, very much for your thoughts. There are 3 ways if you want to support the channel, though. And I'm going to go onto my banners here and go to timothydown.com. So I have a website called timothydown.com. And if you go to the sponsor button, which is the second picture of our wedding, it's our wedding picture. So there's a button by our wedding picture there. And if you press that, that will give you a link to either PayPal, if you do PayPal, or even the bank account if you want to transfer some money. Now, we don't beg for money. People who do support the channel, they do it for numerous reasons, and we do thank all of you for doing that. If you do a little chat here, if you're on YouTube and you're signed into YouTube, there's also, if you turn your phone upright, there's a little $sign where you can also send super chats and that. The only reason that, well, that's a great thing because people can send nominal amounts and it's really fun and we really enjoy it. We get paid basically the month after next for that, and Google takes 30%. But that's great because they give us the platform for doing it, and we share it out amongst all the balcony banters. For anybody who donates today, we all get a nice Christmas party out of that. So thank you very much for that. So the best way is actually to the best way to actually do it is to come over, because that would really be nice if we could have a meal with you guys. If you, failing that, you can use PayPal or a bank transfer, or you can put your thing in the what's it called. I just said put your thing in the what's it called.
He meant put the cash in a brown paper bag.
Brown paper bag. If you, some people have asked if they want to mail something, you know, and I say don't do that because it is not guaranteed to get here.
Especially at the moment.
Especially at the moment. So if you're thinking of mailing cash, small amounts in a little card is probably okay, but you know, no sort of like no, I wouldn't do that. I would
say no.
But thank you very, very much, Marianne. Let's go.
And there's no obligation anyway.
No, right. Let's go back here.
Put your thingy in.
I saw Raimondo. No, whoa, Raimondo was there. Hang on. There we go.
Why? Go on.
When we visit our favourite cafeteria restaurant in PDLA, we are so frustrated by the lack of attention given by staff to clients. No smiles or interactions. The management and waiters don't have a. He didn't finish.
He didn't finish.
He didn't finish.
Did you ever ask how much these guys
They
are
probably
earning?
don't have a parrot.
They probably don't.
No. The management and waiters don't have a parrot.
Or a living wage, even.
Or a living wage. No, yeah, that's probably also true. But there's still no excuse for not smiling.
No.
So,
sometimes, I mean, one person can be having an off day, but not the whole crew, hopefully.
I think that motivation in that respect is also to do with what you're being remunerated.
Yeah, exactly.
And also what's happening in your life at the moment.
And how you're being treated by your employer.
Exactly.
But, so who knows?
But I think that if you take pride in your job, then you're going to hide that from your customers. But yeah, as Cleo was saying, the wages here aren't the best. I know that the cost of living is a little bit lower here, maybe. And you also, in fact, we're going to talk about that in a minute about where to shop and stuff. We're up to 48 minutes now. Okay. So Raimondo, I understand what you're talking about. These people are not motivated to look after you, but it could be a lot of things. But it's still not excusable, really.
Not like in the States where maybe it's gone too far the other side, where getting your tip is your wage. Over there, tips are built into the wages. Here, they're not. And if your employer, and I know people who've worked in the business, and some are great employers, but some they're actually treated like kind of just drudgy slaves. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how good or how bad they are for the next set of customers, they're going to be treated exactly the same. So they lose the will to actually work happily.
Yeah, but the motivation is that they've got to turn up, because otherwise they don't get paid at all.
Yeah.
Angry Velo, Graham, thank you. You just in time. He doesn't really get time to come in on the live, but I talked to him today actually, and we mentioned you earlier as one of the people that are asking for a well, not asking for, but coming and I can't even. I don't know what I'm going to say now.
It doesn't matter.
Not asking for, not ordering. What is it?
Requesting.
Requesting. There you go. A voiceover. A
all
voiceover
right.
from this dulcet tone.
Very quickly on the motivation.
You too.
One of my early thoughts was, and I don't know if it's kind of like chapters in your life, isn't it? Your self-motivation, because it changes all the time.
It does.
Like what you were motivated by at the age of 6 is different from 16 and 20 and 32. And if you look back, maybe that could be the chapter headings of your life.
Absolutely, and also make maybe a list of what you need in your life, and like everyone is different, but if you are like into sports, that's something you need to motivate yourself.
Yeah, like your bucket list even.
And if that is not if that's something that's not given at the moment in your life, then it's your own job to bring it back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, we have a lot on our back and to take care of, but actually we are the ones to make it happen again.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. And it's like the old space-time continuum. You know, we can expand our own space and time to fit it in, can't we?
And we have to make like inventory, making time for things.
Yep.
Because the time is there. Everyone gets those 24 hours a day, and we decide how we fill them. And if there's something you really want to be doing, you will always make the time for it, or else you make excuses.
Yeah, because if you can find the time to do the things you don't want to do, you can find the time to do the things you do want to do.
Exactly. And it's replacing it.
Yeah,
it's replacing it with something that is maybe bringing you to a better outcome. Oftentimes, it's sacrifice.
But it's, I mean, I know, like I've become a very routine person because I have a kid, I'm a single mom and stuff like that. So a couple of years ago, Saturdays was the day for cleaning the house and doing the shopping. And then every now and then I kind of go, I'm not going to clean the house. I'm actually going to use this day to do something different.
Exactly.
I find it very difficult.
It is difficult
to kind of say no
in the first place, isn't it? But then in the end you find out, wow, I'm still alive, and the flat, the apartment is still there. It's not blown up.
No,
you know?
And we're not wading through 4 inches of dust and cat hair.
Exactly.
Ask him. He doesn't find it difficult.
Good. But he's lucky. He's very lucky with you, and very fortunate.
Because I can't see.
No, yes, but also because you're just taking it as it is, and you're both happy about it. But but if we obsess too much about something and have to squeeze everything in, then we are stressing ourselves. And stress, ultimately, if we look at stress in a different way, it's something that we are afraid of. Stress is nothing else than being afraid of something, being afraid that maybe we don't have the time to accomplish certain things,
or we're scared to try.
That's
what we are, because we're scared of failing.
That's then anxiety. All those things are actually fears. Boiling it down to the root, it's fear of something, whatever fear it is. But it's being afraid of maybe not being enough, not doing the best job, not squeezing everything in as we should.
Yeah, are not leaving things off the list because they're actually not essential.
Exactly, and it's very important to find a balance. It's not like leaving it out and not doing it, but finding a balance in this work and life and family and meeting it all.
True. So true. And I mean, I'm not going to say living here doesn't help. It does, because there's so much. To me, outdoors is huge. When I go home to Ireland, I remember the days when I was able to go home to Ireland.
Yeah.
But the amount of time you didn't spend outdoors was a real was a penalty. It was like, my God, why are the doors closed? Why are the windows closed? Why haven't I been out of doors?
Yeah.
So it does make it easier here, I think, to actually catch your breath. I mean,
Yes.
not just physically, but mentally. And maybe no matter what age you are, you need to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Going out, you go swimming a lot, which is great.
Fabulous.
And yeah, I mean, we are very fortunate here, that we have to say. But I remember times when I went, for example, back to Germany for like a month or so, to be there for my mom, to help her, and it was in December, and I was like, oh my God, it's so cold, and I cannot really get out so much. How am I going to survive it? But then it's like self-entertaining, self motivating, and I found things that I liked doing in the past. I picked up again.
You remembered.
I remembered doing, and or maybe going through photos, or maybe singing, or whatever, activities that you maybe enjoyed doing years ago, and you are not doing anymore. Just maybe pick them up again.
It's funny. And maybe this, I mean, I was just thinking the other day, because of the pandemic, I Zoom with my sisters every Sunday. We were talking for 3.5 hours on Sunday. And we said, somebody suddenly looked and said, it's 4:15, and we've been talking since 12:30. And I speak to my sisters in terms of quality time, more than I have in 20 or 30 years. So again, it's picking up where you left off, even if it's 15 or 25 years ago. And we were looking back and expanding our own memories. In fact, it's something else we could talk about at some stage. We were catching up on our individual memories of growing up together.
Okay.
Because we're all different ages, obviously. So our memories of our childhood are very different.
And it's interesting.
It was
but
fascinating.
That's so like attacking it from different perspectives and angles. It's great. And back then you probably didn't have the time, or didn't make the time to actually dive into.
You probably didn't care. I wouldn't have cared what their memories were. I was 16 living my life, and they were 14 and 11.
Yeah.
But now,
annoying,
back, annoying. I got my own room. They didn't, and I don't remember key parts of their lives, even though we all lived in the same house. And that's fascinating.
It is. It's
like, it was really, it was the most amazing afternoon. And I forgot to cook dinner and make lunch, and I even forgot to go to the loo for 3 hours. We were just so engaged in this conversation. But I mean, it was the most engaging few hours that I've had in years. You know.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. And that's a COVID thing.
Yeah. I think on a human level, a lot of things happened and brought us much more together. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
We didn't do that.
Oh, well, I don't want to be here. I mean, it's not like I've any other invitations.
Every week we force her.
Tony Such has just mentioned again that we have to give a shout out to Kath, because she's had some bad news. We did get your message, Tony, on Facebook and now on YouTube. So we hope that Kath's okay, and a great big shout out, and hope the bad news isn't life changing. And we did discuss that, but you probably weren't in at the time. So we'll, but thanks for that. Stuart saying, I wish I could get motivated to cut my hair and have a shave, but no one else can see me when I'm at home all the time, so why bother? That's one of the reasons for going to timothydowd.com/live, going right down the bottom, pressing the free StreamYard trial, and going live on Facebook, because you've got to comb your hair and have a shave. I mean, look at me.
There you go.
If that isn't motivation... No.
Exactly, so go and do it. Also, Ian messaged me to say that my link wasn't working, and he was right. I had changed the link, but what I hadn't done, and you're going to love this, I hadn't flushed the cache. Now, it's nothing about putting notes in a toilet.
Or laundering, is it?
Or laundering, no. Basically, when you change something on a website, it's cached somewhere. That means it's the last version is held for quick access. So you don't,
CACHED.
right, yeah, CACHE. So basically, I have to flush the cache, and then the new link shows up. And so now Ian is actually online, and I'm going to let him in, and he's going to ask us all questions.
Is he going to motivate us?
He's going to motivate us.
I'm already.
Hi, Ian.
Hiya. I'm already
Can we hear you?
motivated.
Oh, hang on. Say again.
I'm already motivated.
No, we still can't hear you.
No.
Oh,
Try
what have you
again.
done? Yeah, hello.
Ah, you know why?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
There you
Now.
go.
No.
Hi,
Testing.
Were we
1,
were we
2,
offline
3.
all the time? Were we offline all the time?
No? You're okay?
Okay.
Yes, I hear you well.
That was amazing because I didn't have. Okay. I'm sorry.
Revelations.
Okay, just a
Book
minute.
42.
I've got to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for my little faux pas there. I didn't understand the mixing desk. I thought that the mixing desk had to be connected for you to hear us through this channel 7. But I only need channel 7 if somebody's talking to us like Ian is just now. So that's quite good.
You've learned
Right.
something new.
I've learned something new. Paul
There we
Cole,
are.
thank you very, very much for the donation there. I will definitely get motivated when it's time to pack my case, have a drink on me, guys. That has paid for, the wine I buy, that'll probably pay 18 bottles.
I like that now.
Thank you very, very much. So here we go. Paul Cole, thank you very much. Anybody else wants to join us and ask it? Well, Ian's going to ask his question in a minute, but anybody else wants to join us? We're now open for the last. Oh, it's an hour now, so people start dropping off, I think. But don't worry, we're going to stay on for a bit. We're going to stay on.
Better
I
know,
will
huh?
have to leave soon because I
Yeah.
have a child to feed.
So you got a child to feed, yeah?
well.
I eat children.
Yes.
Roasted.
This is why she doesn't come and join us on Balcony Banter.
You have to bring her one day. You have to bring her one day.
She's in school until
Bring
11, for God's
her
sake.
in for the chat.
I think when she was about
10,
9 or 10,
maybe.
yeah, she was really, really enamored with my magic and stuff. You
But
know,
she still calls you Tim the Magician.
she does still.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But now she's a young woman. You see, she doesn't want to come
She's in school until 7, and she's getting
till
the bus.
7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Oh, because they're still split, right?
Well, they are for the whole year.
For the whole year.
But hey, it kept the schools open, didn't it?
It did.
Schools
It
here
did.
haven't closed.
Is that a problem?
Well, schools are not open in the UK. They're only going back now, and in Ireland they're starting to go back next week.
Okay.
Schools here opened in September. I'm saying here, I mean the Canary Islands, and they haven't closed
It's just different.
because the Department of Education put money into hiring more teachers, reducing class sizes, but also say in the case of Brianna's secondary school, splitting the hours so that half the school now go to school from 2 to 7. So
Okay.
there's less people in the same space.
Paul, who's just bought the wine, says save a bottle for me.
Okay, of the cheap stuff or the stuff that Juliana and I bring?
The governor.
No, that's actually the governor's not
The
bad.
governor's good.
The,
The
governor's,
governor's-
the governor's €2.49.
This is a nice one.
This is the
Vesperal,
Vesperal.
and it's a Reserva.
It's the Reserva, and she thinks it's the one she brought 2 weeks ago that we didn't drink, but it isn't because I supped it and had to replace it.
It's okay, Tim. I probably would have done the same.
So, Ian, you're online
Yes.
now. What we're going to do, we're going to go like this, and we're going to stick you in the middle there,
All right.
and we're going to take Paul off there. Okay. Now we're over the hour, so the people who are here now are the ones that really want to be here.
The hardcore.
As opposed to the ones who are forced to be
The ones who
here.
are close to here.
That's the people that's motivated.
Exactly.
Nice one,
Very
Ian.
good, Ian.
So, what is your question or contribution, Ian?
Oh, I put my 2 questions up and you answered them. Thank you very much.
Wow, I did
Yeah.
that amazingly.
Yeah, right at the
Did I
very
answer them,
beginning.
or did Christina answer them while I was
Eh,
away, or did she just,
No,
take,
Julian answered
take the Mickey out of me?
them. No, Julian answered
I
them.
went away for a minute, and they're all laughing.
Yeah.
What about you?
I will watch it back.
I've got a question though for
I
Julianne.
think has Ian muted his microphone?
Say again, Ian.
No, I've got a
No.
question for you.
No, you're
Please
muted.
shoot,
No,
Ian.
no.
Shoot.
This is muted.
How's your toe?
Oh, you know what? I have to say this. The video I put up, everyone is asking me about my toe. I don't know. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen the toe video. No.
Okay, but it was. The thing is, I'm taking a course right now, a new
Of
course.
antibiotics.
And what it is, it's part of my homework assignment, and I was thinking very much in video at that moment, so I decided to do that homework in video style. So I just took a few snippets of former videos, and one of them being the famous toe one. But my toe was actually perfectly fine.
Nothing to do with Sarah Ferguson
No.
many years ago.
No.
Slimmer Life weight loss expert saying
But
there's
thank
a
you for your
difference.
concern, Ian.
Slimmer Life weight loss expert saying there's a difference between distress and stress. You have distress in your mind, and stress is a physical manifestation of distress. Cool, dude.
Very good.
Okay. So we got 181 people watching. We've lost a few people, so that means either somebody else came online, and if they did, then that means we got to leave because we don't want to tread on their toes.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So if you are nipping away to watch somebody else's live, go and knock yourselves out. What I can do here is I can actually play, I think, Vamos a la Playa from my desk. I think I can.
Let's give it a go.
Should we
That's
give it a go?
motivating.
So, put it this way. I'm going to try and give Vamos a la Playa a go.
Ian, you got to dance now with us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ian,
so I have a problem here.
you know, Ian's got this great room, right? He's got a brick wall behind him, and then he's on the coffee wall today. You know,
No, I'm sorry,
So
I'm in the coffee shop.
but it's like play school. Today we're going through the round.
The round
Winnie.
We know a song about that.
Oh, Bungle! I know a song about that, Bungle!
Oh, Zippy, I don't think you can have this.
I just
Oh, yes, I do! I can do it, I know a song good about that!
No, I don't think you can, Zippy.
I like that voiceover.
Okay, so anybody wants a voiceover? Let me just do this. If anybody wants a voiceover, just go to timothydown.com, send me a message.
That's your guy.
Yeah, and this is your guy. and it's $100 million a weird.
Weird.
A weird.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
If they want to pick an Irish accent, they know where to go.
Raimundo saying, thank you, ladies, you're wonderful. And Tim, you're all right, too.
There you
Well,
go.
thank you very
Good
much.
job. Good job. That's it.
A man with taste.
Yeah. Okay,
Refinement.
let's see if I can do Vamos a la Playa,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get us all equal. Here we go. I'm going to take Stuart off there, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to press the button. If nothing happens, I'm going to look stupid dancing like this.
Just
if you
now,
just-
like.
And it might be pretty loud, so just in case it's loud. Here we go.
Vamos a la playa.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, subscribe, and press that little bell for notifications. We go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:55. We got a Facebook page, LWMST.
Whoa. Vamos a la playa.
If you want to see pictures of our food, go to Instagram, Living with MS Tenerife. And I have a podcast. It's called the Aftcast Tenerife Afternoons. And also, ladles and jelly spoons, I have got some of your comments that I will be addressing on Freaky Friday. If you want to join in, go to timothy.com live. Ladies, thank you very, very much again for
Bye,
joining
everybody.
today. And we'll see you in the next
Boing,
one.
boing. It's time for bed, said Zebedee.
Oh, I'm really glad I got that masala flyer on my phone.
He feels motivated now.
I do, yeah.
But we've got to say goodbye, Timmy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye, everybody.
Adios.
Bye.